Welcome, everybody. Today is Monday, March 13th, and on today's episode of Shanks and Sandbaggers, we will be recapping the Players' Championship. We'll be talking about, our picks that we made last week, how we did, the final results, where we stand in the whole competition. And we'll also just be talking about maybe some surprises that we saw, maybe some, not letdowns or disappointments, but maybe players that we expected to play a little bit better. Just some fun course stats, and then maybe looking a little bit ahead into next week, the Valspar Championship. Chuck, you got anything to start?
Hello, good sir. No, I'm just going to generalize about the tournament, talk about the fun we had and they had this weekend at TPC Sawgrass. It was a good exciting tournament. Some premium golf was played, I thought.
Agreed.
Testy weather, but expected going in and have to deal with it. It is what it is. So it's part of
round two? End of round two, where weather kind of got dicey.
I think so. Yeah. Yep. That's kind of when it rolled in, and wasn't bad on the final day Sunday today. But got dicey towards the end of day two. They fought through, and we still had some pretty low scores, I thought. So
yeah, I mean, if we want to start with low scores, Tom Hoagie setting the course record.
Wow.
62.
Yep, 31.
Hey, go Frogs.
Hey, TCU alum.
Fellow Horned Frog.
Nice. Love to see it.
But no, when I was looking at his scorecard, 10 birdies. Yeah. No eagles. No, I mean, not that you need eagles to play well, obviously, but 10, that's a lot of birdies.
Yep. I mean, that's some pure golf
and
right there.
Did you see that video of him too, where he in 65 seconds went over every single club he hit and every approach shot?
Just so dialed, so focused when they're playing.
It's crazy how these players are just so zoned in where they can remember that.
Very impressive.
But I don't know, he had everything working. I mean, I think I saw something that he had the most strokes gained off the tee and on approach. He hit, I don't know the exact number, but he hit a handful of shots within 12 feet. I think it was a stupid number that he approached shot-wise. Yep. I don't even know his total putts, but I bet it was pretty low.
It has to be. I mean, that's some days you just cannot miss, and Tom Hoagie could not miss in his third round, so kudos to him.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Going off that, I had a low of 65, so I wasn't even close.
Yeah, mine was just one short of that, 64, but old Tom just got her done with the 62.
Yeah. But no, I mean, you love to see it. We talked about it on Wednesday, Wednesday's episode, talking about how there had only been 9 63s over the course of, the years of this championship.
Yep.
And, luck would have it, Tom Hoagie just waltzes in and sets the course record. Pretty awesome.
Yep. I think there were some big names there having 63s.
Yeah. Well, and the crazy part, too, was he was looking for flights home. Yep. He didn't even think he was going to make the cut.
I saw that.
He was looking for flights to get on out of there because he was like, and then made the cut and then goes out there and plays the best anyone has ever played on the stadium course.
That's quite the turnaround. I mean, that's kind of how it goes week in and week out. You have good weeks, you have bad weeks. You have to plan your weekends around the PGA Tour. So, it's interesting to see. I mean,
just following that, Jordan Spieth thought he was packing his bags too.
Yep.
On Tuesday, on Friday's round, at the end of Friday, he played the front 9 last. 9 was his 18. And he hit an errant drive on 9, kind of fanned it out to the right, tracking the water, but lucky for him, it hit a fan. I mean, unlucky for that fan, but
his new best friend.
Yeah, it took a hop, I think is what I saw, and then it hit the fan right in the knee and bounced right back into the fairway. Spieth was +2 at the time. So +2 saved him a water ball, and then he hits his approach or his second shot up there near the green. Didn't make the green, but definitely up and down range. And then instead he just drilled it and made 3. Finished the round. I don't know what he finished that round, but he was even after the 2 days and made the cut.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of crazy. That shot and the ball hitting the fan is the difference between him making money this weekend and not. So
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, and afterwards, right, in his media, of course, everyone was asking him, "Hey, have you talked to the fan yet? Have you had a chance to just say thanks almost?" Yeah. And his response was basically, yeah, we talked to him, and I told him that I'll get him whatever he wants because I wouldn't be here this weekend if it wasn't for him.
Yep.
And obviously he felt bad, and that being a a fan and a spectator at a golf tournament, that's just kind of one of the risks you take on.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was pretty awesome. And then the flag, he gave him a flag, a signed flag, and it said thanks and sorry.
Yeah,
and it says Jordan Spieth.
It's a win-win. Turned out to be a win-win.
Yeah.
He shot 75 on 70. Friday.
Okay.
What he finished with.
Yeah. So he wasn't even playing that great, and he was definitely trending towards not making the cut.
Yeah.
And sometimes things work out.
No doubt.
You get some crazy luck and some crazy hops.
Yep.
It's funny to think though, because if you and I were out there playing, right, we're probably swimming.
Yep. No doubt. No, there's nothing, no backdrop, no backstop there to keep us in play. Yeah. No, that's good. That's cool. What else was I gonna say? There's a lot of movement, I felt like, on the leaderboard through the weekend. I mean, you typically see players go up and down after the cut a little, but it seemed to be pretty moving up and down. Players here and there, good scores, bad scores, up and down.
Well, and I think a lot of it had to do with the weather. Yeah. And, like, it was windy. It was gusty today. I think I saw the max gust was 26, 30 miles an hour.
It's not 32.
Pretty, those are just tough conditions. And obviously, everyone's playing it. Everyone's playing the same course.
Yep.
But there are players who are able to take advantage and players who are able to work with it and work with it they got. And then there are other players who maybe let it get to them and maybe think about it too much, and then it doesn't always work out.
Right.
But one player that took advantage on their back nine, Tyrrell Hatton.
Yes, he did.
He had a record-setting 29, finishing with 5 birdies.
Yeah.
I think it was the lowest back nine score on a Sunday at the Players ever.
I think you're right.
And he definitely, for what it's worth, gave Scotty a run for his money, and kind of put the pressure on where Scotty could no longer just smooth sail into the circle because someone had already posted 12 under.
Yeah. Exactly. Movement up the leaderboard. Tyrrell on Sunday kind of had a nice round. You said the 29 on the back, and that shot him up there. So yeah.
Did you see his approach into 18?
Did I? I don't know.
He was in the trees where Scotty was.
Oh, okay.
He was in the trees and he hit it to 11 feet.
Yeah, wow.
And made the putt for birdie.
Since you bring that up, I don't understand why Minwoo and Scotty both sent it sort of into the trees on 18. When you're in Scotty's position, you have a 5-shot lead. You could hit 7-iron wedge and still be fine. I don't know why he didn't hit driver, but it just seemed like a lot of club instead of just, playing some shot in the fairway.
Yeah.
Ended up being okay, but
I think maybe it's a little bit different in the sense that you just don't want to take your foot off the gas.
Right.
Like, you just want to close out a tournament. You want to be done.
That's a good point.
Because I think sometimes when you start to play a little bit more cautious, you get yourself into more trouble than you would if you were just full swinging.
That's a good shout. I just thought it was interesting.
No, I agree. And I think if he didn't have a 5-shot lead and it was maybe a 1-shot where he had to make par, I think maybe he'd hit 3-wood or maybe something he felt more comfortable with.
Right.
But with the tournament the way it was at the time he was teeing off 18, I think he knew that he 2 more good swings, 2 more solid swings, and he was going to be a Players Champion.
Yep. Reclaims number 1 in the world.
Yeah, seriously, that dude is on a heater right now. He has been for the past 13 months specifically.
Yep.
He has won 6 events.
Yep. 6 of his last 27 starts, all wins.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
And that includes all 6 wins, right? Because he has 6 total. That includes his very first win at the Waste Management.
Yep. So 6 wins in 13 months, and one of those 6 was the Masters, his first one last year to sort of burst onto the scene.
Yeah. Well, because he just once he won, the floodgates just opened, and he just he won the Waste Management, then the Arnold Palmer back-to-back, obviously the Masters. He won the match play the week before.
Yep.
Like, he is just smoking.
So that's all of them. So Masters, 2
Waste Managements,
defended his
a
title.
Masters.
Yep.
The Arnold Palmer
last year,
and then what he went he won the Players, but then there's one more that we're missing right now.
What is it? You said match play?
Yeah.
Let me look it up here.
Yeah, we'll check. But no, seriously, like, he's Yeah, he deserves, obviously. I mean, but he deserves to be the number one player in the world right now.
Yep.
He is so consistent, and he's so just mentally, he's very capable of maturing and hitting the shots that are required, and maybe not freaking out too much.
Yep.
Like I think when I was watching today, once he saw that 12 under was posted by Hatton, I think it kind of shifted in his brain that he's like, okay, I gotta stay playing aggressive. I can't just cruise.
Yep.
And I think it's easy sometimes to, maybe when you're playing with someone who's not so hot and not playing awesome, it's easy to stoop to their level, for lack of a better term, and kind of play equally.
Foot on the gas.
Yeah, but he was able to keep his foot on the gas and continue to just, dominate.
Yep. I think we got them all.
Did we?
His wins? Yeah, I believe so. And then I wanted to mention it was the largest margin of victory since 2006
Okay.
for Scotty.
Largest margin of victory at the players, or
The
just
players, rather, yes.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
It was also the largest paycheck in the history of golf.
That is correct.
$4.5 million to the winner.
Wowza.
What was the stat? I think the top 41 made six figures.
Yep. Top 5 all made
over $1 million.
Yep, over $1 million.
It's crazy.
It is indeed.
I mean, it's, the purses are just going to continue to go up,
Yep.
which is, obviously, I mean, it's good for the players. They deserve it. Mm-hmm. They deserve to be paid.
Beneficial all around, I would say.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Should we talk about some notables that weren't playing?
Yep.
Start with Rory.
Yep. Oh, your boy Rory.
Yeah. Your guy this week. He was your winner.
Yeah, picked him to win it. And, oh boy, did he struggle a little bit.
I don't know what was going on. I mean, I watched him. He just couldn't really get anything going. It's not that he was hitting bad shots. He just wasn't hitting the right ones or making the putts when he needed them.
Yeah. I don't want to make assumptions or put words in his mouth or anything like that, but I wonder if he's pushing a little too hard. He knows he's sort of spearheading the PGA Tour. He's their leader, and then he's done excellent at it, but I just wonder if he's a little too much in his mental and just pushing a little too hard, and I don't know if that's the case, but maybe it's a contributing factor to him not playing so great this week. I don't know, just thinking about too much or trying to push too hard.
Yeah.
But
no, I didn't think about that. That's a good point though, because when you kind of become the face of the PGA Tour and you are that leader that Jay Monahan looks to, and then a lot of the players are looking to. I mean, that gives a lot of added pressure besides the normal pressure from winning a big championship, and he has won at the players before.
Yep.
So he obviously knows how to play that golf course, and he has been successful. It wasn't his week.
It wasn't his week, so that was a little disappointing. But he'll be back. Yeah,
no, he'll be back, and he is gonna, he'll probably take the week off. Probably won't play this week, and then he'll play again. I think I saw he's confirmed for the match play in Austin, cool. So I think he's all set there.
Yeah, I'll bet you're right. We'll mention John Rahm.
Yeah, John Rahm withdrew. What, because of illness after round 1?
Yep. I didn't see any specifics about the illness, and I don't know that we'll ever know. But yeah, not feeling so great, and so he withdrew. I think we both had him in our top 5. Is that right? Did you have him?
Yeah, I had him 5.
Right. We both had Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah.
Finished T19 at 6 under.
I mean, good golf.
Yep, solid golf. I had JT. He even par.
I had Xander.
Yeah.
I think he was T19 with Patrick Cantlay.
Okay, cool. Max Homa, T6. There were a bunch of...
Homa was on a run for a while. He hit the flag on 12 with his drive.
Crazy.
That almost ended in a super unfortunate fashion.
It's nutty how you can drive the green on par 4, hit the flag on the fly, and then you're almost swimming.
Yeah. I mean, he still was up and down for 3.
Yep.
But,
still made bird.
But man, that would have just been a huge bummer.
Yeah, that would be a bummer.
After hitting a beautiful shot like that.
Yep.
But, just like we were talking about with Spieth, you get good and bad breaks and bad bounces, and that one, although unfortunate, it didn't hurt him.
Right.
So.
Minwoo had a solid week.
Yeah.
His debut at the Players.
Yeah, I mean he's not even a full-time member of the PGA Tour.
Yep. So he was the start of the final day Sunday. He was the one. He and Scotty going at it until the back nine, was it, or no? That's sort of around the turn is sort of when it kind of wheels fell off a little. But
because that's when Scotty had 4 birdies in a row. I think he went 8, 9, 10, 11. He birdied all of them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when he started to pull away a little bit.
Still his best tour finish ever. So
yeah,
good for Minwoo. That was a solid week.
And I mean, I can't imagine, you're playing for your full-time status. You're trying to make a name for yourself. And this guy's, I think he was, 2 shots off the lead to start?
Yep.
At the Players. Huge championship. And, I mean, now he kind of has a taste of what it feels like to be in the final group on a Sunday at a big tournament. So I think, although it was an unfortunate ending for him and it didn't obviously go the way he planned, I think there's a lot to take away from, his aspect of being like, even though Sunday wasn't our best showing, I played well all week. I was able to, put myself in position to win.
An awesome opportunity. I think it's exactly what you said. He has a taste of it now, and he knows he can only go up from here. He knows how to handle a little more, and I think it was exciting to watch him, and look forward to seeing him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I look forward to kind of just following him and seeing how he does. I mean, I hope he gets his full-time status. We you and I both know how hard it is to win on the PGA Tour, yet alone make it on the PGA Tour, and all I hope for is the best for these guys, these players that are day in, day out grinding on the golf course all day long, trying to get to where they are.
It is the best of the best. Just real quick, I want to mention, so we'll just go through the top 5.
Okay.
Scotty obviously won 17 under. He shot 69 on the final day Sunday. Solo second was Tyrrell Hatton, 12 under. He had a 65 on the last day. Victor Hovland, T3 with Tom Hoagie. They both finished at 10 under. And then rounding out the top 5 was Hideki Matsuyama, finished at 9 under.
And Hideki was on fire for a while too today.
Yep.
I think he was 6 under through 13.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took an unfortunate double on 14, which I think we saw was playing the second hardest all week.
Yes.
And it was pretty tough today. I mean, just watching the last couple groups throughout the back 9, everyone was seeming to struggle just a little bit on 14.
Yep. I'll mention Colin and Ricky. I'm a big Ricky guy. Both T13 at 7 under.
Okay.
That's how they finished.
Well, and Colin was round 1 leader, right?
Yes.
I mean, he had 64 on Thursday.
Yep. Bogey free, I think.
Yeah, bogey free. I think he had 6 birdies and an eagle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, lots of big names up near the top. Unfortunately, none of the ones that we really picked, except for Scotty.
Yeah.
We had our first winner picked correctly this week.
Yeah, kudos, congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's good
pick.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Scotty's been playing so well, and like we talked about, the top 5, unfortunately, Rory has struggled this week. John Rahm this week withdrew because of illness.
Right.
But even then Scotty, they've just been so consistent this year
hard not to pick him.
It's hard to not include him, and Scotty shows again why he deserves to be number 1 in the world.
Yep.
Anything else about players and different stats like that, or do we want to go into just like little fun facts that I found?
Yeah, let's hear those facts. Hit me.
All right. Well, should we talk about Aaron Wise?
Yeah.
He had a 10 on 18, a sextuple bogey.
Oh dear.
3 balls into the water.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, 3 balls in the water off the tee. His 7th shot was from the tee box.
Brutal.
He was hitting triple off the tee.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, that's just pain when you're playing that well.
So then this was the second highest score ever recorded on 18 at the Players. He got up and down from 70 yards for a 10.
Wow.
And he still shot 80.
Yeah, that's something. That's, oh man, yeah, killer.
Yeah.
Oof.
Like he was, I mean, I don't know. Do you remember what round this was? Was it Friday? I think it was Friday.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So I think he missed the cut because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where he was really. I mean, he shot 80, so he would have shot what sextuple bogey minus 74.
Oof.
If he made par. I don't know where he was teeing off 18, but
what was the cut? Was it?
I think it was +1.
Okay.
+2, actually. No, +2, I believe.
+2.
Yeah, +2 was the cut.
Oof. Yeah, not the way you want to finish that round, eh?
No, I mean, everyone's had blow up holes. Everyone, has struggled, but yeah, dang. That's unfortunate. No, it was actually round 1. I just looked it up.
Ooh.
Yeah, round 1. He was 2 over on the front, and then he was even on his back, and then took a 10.
Yikes.
Unfortunate, but everyone's had blow up holes and stuff. But I think something just worth noting.
You just gotta roll it. Yep.
17 was a fun hole this week.
Mm-hmm.
The 6th tee shot, I believe, the second group of the week that made their way to 17. Hayden Buckley drilled it.
Yep.
And then we had Aaron Rye.
Yep.
Make it on, was it Friday, Saturday?
That one, I believe, was Saturday.
Yes. And then today we had Alex Smalley.
Yep.
Making it
3.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think I saw a stat that it was the first ace at 17 on Sunday. Or
Oh, really?
I believe I saw that, yeah.
Okay. That pin's hard, dude,
Yep.
on Sunday like that.
I was excited to see that pin. I think they usually almost always push it over there to the right, sort of.
Well, and that's the famous shot that Ricky hit to win that pin. Every time I see that pin, that's what I think of is that shot that Ricky hit in the playoff.
No, that's a fun way to finish.
Well, yeah, and then
fun, not so fun.
Yeah. Well, Smalley made it on not on the fly, but on a hop.
Yeah.
Bounced once at the front of the green and then just hopped right in.
One hopper.
And I don't know where that ball was going if it didn't go in because it had some speed.
Some heat.
So.
It wasn't going to stop.
But, no, yeah, and first time in history at the Players that there have been multiple aces in the same week on 17.
Red.
And I saw that stat before Sunday's round. Okay. So there were 2. Ooh. And then I saw that stat and I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. And then we had 3. got another one on Sunday.
Cool.
So it was definitely a fun, that hole's iconic.
Yep.
So it was a fun round to just follow that and, I don't know, fun tournament just to see those. Yeah. Everyone loves hole-in-ones, especially on such famous holes like that or 12 at Augusta or the, 16th at the Waste Management. Everyone just, it's exciting.
I know. I think TPC Sawgrass is always exciting. I love the finishing holes, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, it's fun. They're fun. They're challenging. Yeah. And they're not like long necessarily by any. I mean, 17 is a short one. We've talked about that.
Yep.
18 is definitely longer, harder, more intimidating.
All right.
But 16, I mean, it's a shorter 5, but you can get into some trouble with that water and that bunker.
No doubt. And I think, just to mention, that one was played the easiest this week, I believe.
Okay.
Easiest hole.
Yeah. I also have another stat for you about 17. Mm-hmm. There were more than 7,400 tee shots hit at 17 on at the Players from the years 2000 to 2016. In that span, there were 3 aces. This week, there were less than 400 tee shots hit there, and we had 3 hole-in-ones.
Are you kidding me? In 16 years, you said there's 7,000 some odd tee shots, and there were 3 aces?
Yes, and then this
3 this week?
3 this week with less than 400 tee shots hit this week.
Oh my, that is quite a stat.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So a 16-year span, we had 3.
See, exciting is the word.
And in 1 week, in 2023, there were 3 in these past 4 days.
Cool.
So I saw that and I was like, well, that's definitely something to talk about.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, this is kind of not irrelevant, but just not related to the Players by any means. But I saw a fun Tiger Woods stat per usual because they put out crazy stats about him.
So it's a good Tiger stat.
Yeah. So if you only take his years on tour, 1999 and 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Woods had won 17 times. Four of those tournaments were majors.
Ooh.
17 in 2 years, in a 2-year span. Just, frame of reference, like we said, Scotty has been killing it. And like Jon Rahm and Rory, they are definitely just hot this season. But to put that into perspective, for a 2-year span, Tiger won 17 times. 4 of them were majors. They compared him to Jordan Spieth. They said that that's a better career than Jordan Spieth has had, which no shade on Jordan Spieth, nothing like that, but they're just comparing him to a big name and someone who's very well known in the game of golf. And yeah, it just blows my mind. I feel like I see a crazy Tiger stat every day.
Tiger's dominance is unlike any other dominance in golf or any sport, to be honest. It's just, crazy how those stretch of years and just 17 wins, 4 majors in 2 years, and maybe even less than 2 years, less than 24 months. I don't know.
From 1999 to 2000.
Wow, just absurd.
Well, and I saw, they were asking, unmatched. They were talking, the media was talking to Spieth, right, after his round, and then they were asking about Scotty and the run that he's kind of on. Yeah. And they were like, what do you think about Scotty's run? Like, can he keep it up kind of thing? And then Spieth alluded to Tiger, and he's like, well, there's one guy that made a career out of a run because, Tiger is Tiger. No explanation needed.
Yep.
But then he was talking about how when people talked about his run, Spieth's run, and he says, I don't want to necessarily call it that because you can just get hot at the right time and you can just be playing well. And Scotty's been playing very well these past 2 years. Yep. But Spieth was very humble in the sense that, like, I'm not trying to disrespect him or disrespect the golf that he's played.
Right. No, it's quite the tear. It's historic. This stretch of golf for Scotty Scheffler will be talked about for years to come, I'm sure. It's hard not to.
Well, I like Scotty too. Yeah. It's hard not to.
Yes.
And I think we've talked about it that there are so many golfers on the PGA Tour these days that there's so many likable guys.
Yes. Quality dudes.
Yeah, just good guys, good people. Like they represent the PGA Tour well. They represent themselves well, and it's hard to not root for everyone. Yep. Honestly, I look at my sorry to cut you off here. No, I look at my app, the PGA Tour app, and I have like 20 favorites because I just, I see a new guy, I see him playing well, I hear more about him, I'm like, that dude's pretty cool, and I keep up with him.
No, I totally agree. Just, did we mention Kurt Kitayama last?
No, well, we Wednesday? Talked last week,
to go along with liking so many dudes, even seeing Minwoo up there on the leaderboard and giving Scotty a little not trouble, but he was up there, and it was kind of fun to watch him. I enjoyed watching Kurt. They just quality dudes, and it's fun to see the dudes on tour or trying to consistently stay on tour up at the top of the leaderboards. Some of these tournaments, it's fun to watch. It's a lot of likable dudes, and it's fun to see them up there with the big names.
It's at the end of the day, I don't necessarily think there's a bad name out there where I could honestly say, like you're not really it, for lack of a better term.
Those players play on the LIV Tour.
One last little fun fact here for you about Scotty. Scotty and his caddy, Ted Scott, had a bet going on this year that if Ted would get extra cash, extra money if Scotty holes out 10 times this year.
Ooh.
Hole out just anything off the green, right? Chipping in. And I think it's anything without a putter is probably because he can putt from the fringe, putt from the rough, depending.
I'm guessing that's pretty close to what they've made it.
I don't know the exact, but I saw this.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, when Scotty holed out on 2 for eagle, that was his 10th hole out of the season. Okay. Wow. And it's mid-March.
Okay, so now Scotty has to pay Ted?
Yeah, so Ted Scott gets more in his paycheck because Scotty has holed out 10 times. But they made this bet, at the beginning of the year, and end of December, January, when the PGA Tour calendar year starts.
Yeah.
It's mid-March and he's already holed out. I mean, probably. I don't know. Did he chip in again today? I feel like he did. On Sunday?
The one that you just mentioned, was it the one with the awkward stance? Because I know he had an awkward stance that he chipped in with.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know another one.
That was 2.
Okay.
That was 2 on Saturday.
That might be the only one that I know of.
Okay. I want to say maybe he holed out again, but maybe not.
Familiar?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I can't think of it coming to mind.
Yeah, same.
But I do know that was the 10th hole out
Crazy.
That he had, and it's so early on that, I mean, Ted Scott's happy. He's like, cha-ching, baby.
It's a pretty good deal to incentivize your player. Like, hey, you chip in a couple and we both are going to benefit. So that's cool. I like it.
No, I like it too. Also, I was on Saturday going into Sunday's round, right? Dan Rappaport tweeted out the world rankings of the top 16 players. I think it was after round 2, so after the cut was made. There was one player inside the top 10 in the top 16. There was one player in the top 10 in the world that was in the top 16 on that leaderboard.
Okay.
The highest, I mean, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8th place, 225 in the world.
Oof.
After Friday's round.
Wow.
So after 2 rounds. It just shows that, I mean, then, second place, I don't know who was second. Maybe it was Scotty. Scotty was number 2 in the world, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he was second after 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, it just goes to show that guys who are even at the bottom of the world, not even at the bottom, I mean, 225 in the world is still crazy.
Right.
But guys that are lower can still succeed and play well, and, it's fun to see not just the top 20 players week in, week out at the top. It's fun to see a name that maybe isn't up there as often.
Yeah, I think it's fun because it's golf's a game where you have a good couple of weeks, a good couple of rounds, and you shoot the scores. You're gonna move up, and you're entitled to that position and that ranking when you play good golf.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun.
I'm sorry, I said I had one more thing on Scotty, but I have one more thing now that I just saw.
Please.
Scotty's grandma.
Oh, yes.
I mean, his entire family was there this week, which was awesome. And, if it was me, I would want my whole family there and everything. Yeah. And usually, his wife Meredith and everyone, they're pretty good about traveling with him and just keeping up.
Yep.
But his 88-year-old grandma made the trip to Sawgrass this week, and she walked with him all 4 rounds. Like, no cart, no nothing. She walked all 4 rounds at 88.
Trooper.
Like, what a legend.
Yep.
What a beast.
Yep.
I love to see that kind of stuff.
Kudos, Grandma Scheffler.
Yeah.
Mad support.
And then he, after the round, after he had won, doing his media day, they were like, oh, how are you going to celebrate? He's like, oh, I don't know. My grandma, I think, is cooking up something nice, so I'm going to go have dinner and hang out. See where the night takes us kind of thing.
See, that goes back to just quality dudes, and he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's very, very likable, and, we'll see where he goes. I mean, he's the defending champ here in 2 weeks at the match play, and then, I mean, the Masters is, 3 weeks away, give or take?
Yeah.
Almost right around the corner, so.
First week in April.
Yeah. So we got a lot to look forward to, and a lot of title defenses by Scotty Scheffler coming up.
Indeed.
But I think that's all I got, players-wise. Tournament-wise, I mean, was there anything that I missed? Sorry. Number 4, Patrick Cantlay putted off the green into the water.
Oh, yeah. That's a bummer. There's some slippery greens right there, and the water's snug.
That pin on 4 was nasty.
Yep.
No. Before we move on, 17. How many balls do you think were hitting the water? Because we talked about it on Tuesday's show, or Wednesday's show, I guess, that I think it was over under 65, because 65 was the number last year. I took the under, you took the over.
Okay.
How many? I have the number. How many do you think?
I'm gonna guess I was wrong, because on Saturday, round 3, the broadcast there, I thought I heard 2 balls in the water on that day.
Okay.
So 3 days, really. I'm going to go with 55.
You're close.
All right.
You're close. 58.
Oof. Oof.
58 for the total tournament.
All right, so you hit the under there.
I did hit the under,
All
yes.
Right. Wow. 58. Huh?
58 for the whole weekend, and 3 aces.
Yep. It's such a good hole.
Yeah.
Such a fun hole.
There was also,
The old island
I think
green.
you were telling me this too before we started doing this, Taylor Montgomery. Something about how he...
Yeah, a bad finish. I could probably pull it up. A bad finish. He dropped to 55 in the world golf rankings. Did he miss the cut? Anyway, the moral of the story was that he unfortunately might have lost a spot in the Masters by dropping out of the top 55. Yeah.
Dang. I think you said he hit 2 in the water on 17?
Yes.
Which I think I remember seeing it, honestly. I think he hit 1 in the water off the tee, and then he still hit it pretty deep and was kind of on the connecting bridge to get to the green.
Yeah.
And then he chipped it from there and chipped it into the water because that pin is just brutal over there. The slope is so massive and treacherous, even if you can't really see it. It's so quick that once it gets over that ridge, it just keeps going.
Yep.
That's okay. You don't need to find it, but I just remember I think you had told me that he was playing pretty well and pretty up there on the leaderboard, and then just
dropped like a rock, unfortunately, with that less than superb hole.
Which is which then looks back on what we said about the last 3 holes. Like they're not crazy long, or they're pretty straightforward, for lack of a better term. They're you can see what's in front of you, but man, they are dicey.
Certainly opportunities to be had, but they can be punishing as well.
I mean, like people can take advantage of it, and people can let it not even get to them. It's just you have one bad break and then it all tumbles. So
cool.
Well,
what do we have next week? Valspar
next week at Copperhead.
Palm Harbor.
Yeah, Palm Harbor in Florida, which what'd you say? It was like 3 hours maybe
3.5
away?
I think.
Give or take.
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, a lot of bigger names are probably taking the week off to prepare for the match play.
I'd imagine so.
But, I don't know. last year we had, Sam Burns is the defending champ.
Yes.
He won in a playoff.
Yep.
Last year. But I think, JT played last year, and, Sam Burns is up there. Davis Riley was playing. Lots of quality dudes, so I think it'll be just as fun and maybe not as big as the players or the match play, but still an exciting golf tournament, something to follow.
I was going to say, it's another golf tournament. I'm here for it.
Yeah, no complaints there, and, golf is golf. Excited to watch. We'll make our picks. We'll, dive deep into that on Wednesday.
Yep.
But from there, you got anything about the Valspar, anything that you kind of saw?
No, I don't have a ton, other than being in Florida. You mentioned Sam Burns was going to try and defend, and no, it'll be another good one, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed.
We'll get more into it on Wednesday. We'll kind of talk more course. We'll do some research, do some reading, talk about our picks.
Definitely.
Pick maybe some holes that stand out or are just unique in their own way.
Yep.
Because Copperhead's a cool golf course.
Yep, another good one. Another good one.
It's not easy by any means. No course is.
I think I saw it roughly, depending on pin locations and stuff, I think it'll be just a touch further than Sawgrass.
Okay.
Par 71 too, I believe.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we'll get into it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cool.
Other than that, you got anything else that we forgot about talking about, or?
I'm good to go.
Okay. I'm gonna look at my little notes here. We talked about our picks. We talked total tally. I guess we should talk about that.
Yes. Of course.
So, like I said, we've been doing this all season.
Yep.
I think we missed maybe the first week. We didn't do it, and then we missed another one.
We didn't do the Honda Classic.
We didn't do the Honda. That's right.
Waste Management, Genesis.
Yeah, but we didn't start, I guess, right at the beginning, because we didn't do the Tournament of Champions in Hawaii and all that stuff.
Right.
But we started with the Waste Management. Haven't missed one since, except for the Honda.
Yes.
Okay. So you were actually leading after last week. After what was that? Oh, the Arnold Palmer.
Yes.
You had the lead. You were winning by 3 or 4 points. Mm-hmm. But I have reclaimed that status.
Oh, not any longer.
because I picked Scotty,
Yep.
and so we get 10 points for picking the correct winner. Although I will say, I thought my friend Chuck here had tied me because I was watching the last little bit, watching Scotty come down, and he obviously his tee shot on 18 went into the trees, into the brush over there, had to punch out and then hit his approach, and he had probably 12 feet maybe or so for par. And I was like, oh well, like I really needed him to two putt because I was like, oh, Jake here, he's got 17 under. He needs a bogey, and then luck would have it, he drilled it, and I was wrong.
I needed the two putt.
He needed the two putt, and he had 16, not 17. So I was rooting for him in a way that I didn't even know, and then that putt actually came up huge in my favor.
Yep.
So, yeah, but total tally, I have 35 points from the breakdown, and Chuck over here's got 29. So it's still close. But
did we go through how we?
I don't think we went. No. Yeah, go for it.
Mention that.
Yeah.
Like you said, correct winner would be 10 points. The correct winning score, 10 points as well. And then we do, pick a winner, and then we do 2 through 5. If you get to the correct placement position, 3 points. If you just get any player at all in the top 5, that's 1 point. And we do low score and high score, and those are both worth 5.
Which, now that we say that, I don't think we talked about the high, but 89.
80, oof, rough.
I had
definitely the highest this year.
I had 81, so I was just a little off.
Same. I think I had 81 and 64.
Yeah, I had 81.65,
Gotcha.
and then it was 89.62.
Killed.
So
thanks, Tom. No, held around.
No, yeah, mad respect. I mean, I wish I could do that, but yeah, no. But I think that's it. Now, What winning score? We briefly just talked about it. It was 17.
Yes.
Chuck here had 16. I had 13, so I was a little bit off. So, yeah, but Scotty won.
Yep. Good week.
Good on him. Exciting week, and
this will be the last tourney in Florida, I believe. Yeah. So now we're gonna
the Valspar.
Valspar
will be in Florida, and then we'll be moving from. We'll go Austin for the match play, and then I think after the match play is the Masters.
Yes, is that right? I thought, was there one more in between?
Maybe.
Stand by.
There might be. Yeah, there's going to be one more. I don't remember the name.
Let's have a look.
Because the Masters is...
the Valero Texas Open.
Okay.
So 2 in Texas.
Yeah.
Because the Masters.
Yeah, because we got this week, and then, So 4 weeks away.
Yep.
We got Masters Sunday coming up.
Let's go.
But yeah, no, other than that, I think we're done here.
Yep. No, good chat. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, see you Wednesday, and cheers.
Good stuff.